I hate you. Get out of my room. You're the worst parent ever. I don't want you anywhere near me. If you've heard any version of these words from your PDA child, possibly at full volume, possibly when you were trying to help, this video is for you. These words hit differently when they come from your own child. Even when you know rationally not to take it at face value, even when you understand PDA, the words still land in your body. And in the moment, knowing the theory doesn't always help you know what to do. In PDA specifically, rejection of the parent is almost never what it sounds like. It is communicating something else, something the child often doesn't have language for. Understanding what that is changes everything about how you respond. Let's look at what's going on underneath the words. The nervous system is in full threat response. What's coming out, the words, the volume, the intensity, is not a considered opinion about you or the relationship. It is a distress signal. The most available, most powerful signal the child has in that moment is aimed at the nearest person, you. PDA children often direct their most intense responses at the people they feel safest with, which is usually you. That's not a paradox. Safety is the precondition for the mask coming off. What looks like rejection is frequently the nervous system releasing pressure in the only direction it feels safe to release it. Go away often translates, underneath, to something like, I cannot manage what's happening in my body right now, and I don't have the language or the capacity to ask for what I actually need. The demand for you to leave is frequently a demand for relief from a pressure they can't name. Autonomy is usually at the center of this. When a PDA child is dysregulated and everything feels out of control, pushing you away may be the one thing they can control. It's an autonomy response, a reclamation of agency, in a moment when their nervous system has given them very few other options. So what does a useful response look like in the moment? Your first job is to stay as regulated as you can, because your nervous system is the one they are going to borrow from once the intensity begins to drop. This is much harder than it sounds when you've just been told you're the worst parent ever, but it is the most important thing you can do. Don't match the intensity. Lower your voice, not raise it. Slow your movement. Make yourself physically less threatening to a nervous system that is already in alarm. You are not backing down. You are de-escalating the environment so the alarm has something to switch off to. Honor the request for space, briefly. Okay, I'm going to be in the next room. I'm not going anywhere. That response does two things. It gives the child the autonomy they're asking for, and it communicates that you are not leaving the relationship, just the room. Both of those matter. Don't demand emotional reconnection while the dysregulation is still active. Requiring an immediate apology or an explanation of the behavior adds demand onto a nervous system that is already past its limit. That tends to extend the episode rather than close it. After the peak, neutral presence tends to work better than withdrawal or confrontation. Be nearby. Be available. Let the reconnection happen on their timeline. For many PDA children, the repair comes naturally once the nervous system has settled, often through a small, sideways gesture rather than a direct conversation. Here's the tension. You shouldn't take it personally, but you also can't just let it wash over you as if it meant nothing. Both of those extremes cause problems. Not taking it personally means not internalizing the words as a true statement about you or the quality of your relationship. I hate you, in a threat response is not the same as I hate you as a considered assessment. Holding that distinction in the moment takes practice. It does not mean pretending it doesn't hurt. It hurts. That's also true, and it's worth acknowledging to yourself rather than suppressing. You can know the words aren't about you and still feel the weight of them. Both things can be true at once. After the moment has passed and both nervous systems have settled, you can name what happened without turning it into a lesson or a consequence. Something like, earlier was really hard. I could see you were struggling. I want you to know I wasn't going anywhere. That's a repair, not a demand. These moments are among the hardest parts of PDA parenting. Not because they're dangerous, but because they land in a place that's hard to reach with logic alone. There are parents in this community who have been through the same moments and come out the other side of them. Free Discord community in the description, link below. I'll see you in the next video.